Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope you are doing great. My name is Miss Young and I make videos to help you remember the things that you already know and to teach you about some new things too. So today we are going to talk about video games. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people enjoy playing video games. So we're going to talk about that, but first we're going to talk about our question of the day. And then we're going to switch screens. We'll learn about video games, some things that you might not have known before. And then we will come back here and talk about what we learned, and we'll talk about some things that you can do at home. Okay? All right. So our question of the day today has to do with playing games. So if you are playing a game with somebody and you do not win, you lose the game, what should you do? Should you pout and be upset? Or should you say, hey, good game, that was a great game, to whoever it was that won? I am going to give you some time to think about that. Okay. Well, I hope that you said pouting, being upset was not the right answer. But saying, hey, good game, that is the right answer, guys. Yeah, so you know what, when we play games, we play games because it's fun, but also because we want to win, right? That's only a part of it, though. It should be about getting along with people and having fun with people and enjoying something and enjoying a fun activity. But I know, trust me, I know that sometimes people can get upset and can get pouty when they don't win. And then it's kind of no fun anymore. It kind of takes the fun out of it. I don't know how many of you are in Special Olympics, but if you are, you know what the motto for Special Olympics is, right? It is, whether I win or lose, let me be brave in the attempt, right? Doesn't matter if you win or you lose. Let me be brave by trying. Yeah, so whether or not you win or lose the game, you were brave because you decided to play. So that's kind of has to do with what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about playing video games today. So many people love to play video games, right, guys? I mean, it's probably one of the most popular activities there are. But some people do not like to play video games. Some people just don't like to play because they're not interested. And then there's some people who don't like to play because they feel like it's too violent, too many guns and too much killing and stuff like that. So let's learn about video games, and then we'll come back here and we'll talk a little bit more about those things, okay? Alrighty, here we go. People all over the world like to play video games. But did you know that a bunch of people have to work together to make the video games? First, there are designers who think of the idea of the game and figure out how it will be played. They decide if it will have rules or no rules. They also decide on the place and the characters. Next, there are computer programmers. Video games are actually computer programs. So a computer programmer is the person who writes the computer language or the computer code that makes the video game work. Then there are game testers. These are people
who test the game before it gets to the store. They try everything out to make sure everything works the way it's supposed to work. And if there is a problem, then the computer programmer will fix it. There are all kinds of video games. Some games come on a disc like Wii, and other games are a computer console like Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation. These video game consoles have the same parts as a computer. There are also handheld video games and computer games you can play on your phone. Another way to play video games is with virtual reality headsets. Some popular video games you may have heard of or that you may like to play are Minecraft, Wii Sports, Pokemon, and Mario Brothers. Video games can help people learn new things and solve puzzles and problems. Some video games are a good way to learn reading and math. But some people think video games are bad because they can be violent and because sometimes people form bad habits, like spending too much time on the computer instead of going outside or spending time with friends. So, playing a video game is a choice. You get to decide what you want to do and what you feel is best.
Okay guys, so I hope that you enjoyed learning about video games. There are so many different kinds of video games. And did you know that there were so many people that are involved in making the video games? Yes, there's the video game creator who thinks of the idea. There's the computer programmer who actually writes the computer code to make the video game work. And then there are the testers, the game testers that actually play the game from start to finish before they send it out all to the stores to make sure that everything works right. Because if it doesn't work right, then nobody's going to want to buy it, right? So they got to test it out first. So yeah, and then of course there's people who play on video game teams, competitions, and people from all over the world play each other, and it can be a very, very good thing. People get to know each other, people become friends, and then people learn things from computer games and from video games, like you know, in school, reading and math and different kinds of fun computer programs to learn those things, and puzzles and things to get you thinking. But then there's some people who think, yeah, it's too much time on the computer. Too much time on the computer and not being with your friends or going outside. Yeah, and then some people think they're too violent, too much guns and killing and stuff like that, and they don't feel it's right for them, and that is okay too. So yeah, but anyway, there's all kinds. You've got the video games you can play on the regular computer, on the phone, on the tablet, like a little handheld game. And then there's the consoles, the PlayStations, and the Xboxes, and then there's the Wiis, where you know, you move all around with that thing. And then there's the virtual reality ones where you put on that headset and you feel like you're in another world. So there are so many different kinds of video games, and it is kind of easy to spend too much time on the screen, playing, you know, looking at a computer screen. So just think about that and think about, maybe I haven't been outside for a while. Maybe I need to get some fresh air. So let's talk about some things that you guys can do at home, okay? Well, the first thing that you can do is you can play a video game, and then you can play an old-fashioned board game. A board game like Sorry or Scrabble or Scattergories or Monopoly or checkers, chess, anything like that. An old-fashioned board game. You know, backgammon with dice and cards, and you have to move your pieces around. You could play an old-fashioned card game. You could play Hearts or War or Uno or Rummikub or Quiddler, right? So, at home, you can play your video game, and then you can play an old-fashioned game, and then you can decide which one you like better. And maybe if you love to play video games, you could play a regular game once in a while with your friends or with your family. That would be fun. Okay, another thing that you can do at home is you can write this sentence down and you can finish this sentence. And this sentence says, I like video games because, and then you can finish the sentence with a reason why you like video games. So you could say, I like video games because I think they're fun. Remember guys, a sentence is when you have an idea and then you think of the words to tell about that idea and then you write that idea down. And when you write a sentence, the beginning, the first letter of the first word has to be a capital. And then you have to remember to put the dot at the end, which is a period. Okay, always remember period at the end of the sentence. I like video games because, okay, or I do not like video games because they are too violent, or because I want to go outside instead, or because I'm just not interested. I just don't like them. Okay, so you can practice writing a sentence. I do not like video games because, and don't forget your period. Okie dokie. Another thing that you can do at home is video games, they're always coming out with a new modern kind of video game. Back when I was young, we had Pac-Man. Now they have Minecraft and, Pokemon and Mario Brothers and sports and the ones, all kinds, right? And there's new ones coming out all the time. And so what happens to your old ones? They start to pile up and maybe you don't play them anymore. So what you can do at home is if you have a whole bunch of video games that you're not playing anymore, gather them all up and take them to a charity. You could take them to Goodwill, or you could take them to Salvation Army, or you could take them to a local Boys and Girls Club or a rec center or some kind of a after-school program, and I am sure they would love to have some of your old video games. Okay, guys? Now, remember the Special Olympics motto. It says, let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt, right? Let me be brave in the attempt. All right, guys, so we are out of time for today. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.